Good evening, Mark here from the RL team. Just giving you an update from the trial inspection in the Vale of Yorkshire with the Stockbridge Technology Centre, who run this wheat RL for us. We also run a spring wheat RL on this site, a bit further down, and there's also a lot of well, they do a lot of other trials for other people as well. We'd hope to be part of an open day here, but due to obvious reasons that's been difficult to organise. So hopefully next year we'll be back here for some crop tours. I spoke to the operator and he did say that some of the other organisations will be running some smaller tours. So hopefully if you farm nearby you still get an opportunity to see some of the plots around here. This is looking pretty good. So observations for the trial. Plots look in good condition, but there is some leaf tipping, which is very varietal. So we've got the first bed is actually the untreated here, so it's untreated fungicides but did get the PGRs. The second bed is the same variety which got the full RL program. It's obviously quite a hefty program anyway, and you can see that in sort of stress situations it does cause some stress, probably to most varieties, but some show it more than others. So the Skyfall is probably one of the worst, and the candidate next to it as well. But then you see the one on the left, it doesn't show it at all. So it's a very varietal effect that you get. But yeah, the fungicides do clearly cause some stress to these plots. And we saw the same. I did a video earlier about the trials in, I think it was West Norfolk, and we saw it had the same effect. So now talking about this DOP, so the disease plots, we've got yellow rust here, which is fairly recent. So this is kinetic, which is the worst in the trial. You can see it. So it looks a bit worse anyway, because kinetic gets that tipping, and then yellow rust. But yeah, there's clearly plenty there. So the other one that's probably has got the most yellow rust is Skyfall. Not Skyfall. Skyfall's actually slightly better here, but it's coming in. It will be there. But it's probably Zayat, which has been bad in a number of places. But here it's still that traditional foci and then spreading out. Whereas the kinetic got it across the whole plot. I did a quick score like I do on most of the sites with yellow rust, and the pattern is exactly the same as what I've scored earlier, so nothing that's changing dramatically at the moment. And some of the spots that you do find on varieties where you may not expect it is, yeah, it's a bit too early because it's too fresh at the moment to say whether the plants will actually deal with it or whether it is actually susceptible. I did find some other disease in here, and let's have a look here if I can see it, because it's so fresh. I'm not sure if I can spot it, but there is some mildew just starting to develop. It's really fresh. I think it's come in today. It's really quite white still. Yeah, here on the underside of the leaf there's some little bits. Yeah, it might be quite difficult to see actually on the phone. Yeah, there's a few more spots down there, and there's certainly about 10 to 15 of the varieties here out of the 40 that at least have some of those, some of this mildew. It's really fresh. It's not much, but the conditions are clearly right here at the moment for mildew development. And yeah, so people sort of in the Midlands and further north, especially in Scotland as well, than where mildews are really much bigger disease than here. Yeah, have a look around for it if you've got a weaker variety. It's also of interest because some of the varieties that have been recommended this year are not so resistant to mildew, so be interesting to see how they behave this year. But yeah, overall good trial. We should get some good data from this site. Yeah, up to the next one.